Chapter 5. Wah, too free, wah. Tonight the barber cometh. Youse will all get a haircut. That was the great order of the day from the platoon sergeant. It'll cost you $4. But Sarge, I got a haircut just before I got here, said someone from the back. Read my fucking lips, dipshit. Everyone will get a haircut. Is that clear? Yes, Sergeant, was the chorused reply. We were getting quite good at these chorused responses because, and I may be letting you into a little trade secret here. That's how we soldiers get to do things together at the same time. You know, all that drill stuff where we did the same thing together at the same time. Let me explain. Say the platoon was on parade and they wanted us to do a left turn. The command was left turn, with a precautionary before it, in our case, platoon. So the deal was the NCO dragged out the precautionary word of command, so us little recruits knew he was going to tell us to do something, so let's not stuff it up, guys, and have me look bad and my peers find out and I have to shout at the mess.
Platoon. Left up.
We then got to have all the fun of swinging our bodies through an arc of 90 degrees to the left, or 1600 mils in army speak, but I'll tell you about that later. At the same time we all yelled out wah. Then we yelled too, free. That was when we didn't move, but we all simply paused mid-turn. Followed by bringing our rear leg forward in line with the other one and stamping our foot as hard as we could on the ground, yelling out wah. We would all be facing in the new direction except those guys from Canberra who didn't have a clue. When the 30 of us stamped our feet on the ground, it would be heard as one big stomp, if our timing was right. If someone stuffed up, we did it again. We knew we'd stuffed up when the NCO said, as you were. In summary, we moved on the wah and paused on the two, free. There were some other words too, so I'll run through a few examples. Attention, wah, halt, check halt, right turn, wah, two free, wah. Fall out, wah, two free, wah. Shoulder arms, wah, two free, wah. For the next few weeks or until they said otherwise, we were yelling wah, two free, wah. All over Kapuka along with dozens of other platoons, so naturally 22 platoon had to yell louder than the others. We didn't want them to think we were pussycats. Meanwhile down at the barber shop. It wasn't really a barber shop, just 4 commercial barbers visiting our lines to make our heads regimental. We all lined up and the barbers did their thing. I couldn't believe some of the haircuts the guys were getting. Were they real barbers? Finally, I got to the front of the queue. Hi, digger. Yeah, hi, mate. How are you finding the army, son? I think I made a big fucking mistake. Ha, ha, ha. Too late now, boy. Now, do you want a crew cut or a college cut? Gee, I didn't know we could have a choice. I'll have a college cut, thanks. And with that, the barber placed the cutting shears at the start of my hairline and made a blow right over the top of my head, and then he worked his way down either side. I suddenly realized that he had no comb in the shears. It was operating on 0 and he took all my bloody hair off. I had thick dark hair as a result of my Chinese ancestry and now my head looked all bumpy, lumpy, and white. I never did get to see the guy with shoulder-length hair lose his. That would have been something to see. Back at the platoon lines, we started to introduce ourselves to each other again as we couldn't recognize each other. Boy, what a transformation. We were real army recruits.